How you going, guys? I'm Scott from Family Van. Lauren's behind the camera at the moment. Today we thought we'd do a video and show you through our stuff and what we have. We're 3 weeks now living in the van, and this has been our first week in the van park itself. So we sort of thought it's time to show you our gear and give you a bit of a lowdown on why we chose it. So I think we'll probably start off with the Land Cruiser, or the Tug. This is a 2012 model Land Cruiser Altitude 200 series. Why did we choose this vehicle? We originally had a Ford Ranger, and with a growing family it was a bit tight, a little bit uncomfortable, so we decided to go for a larger vehicle, and probably, in my opinion, one of the best, unless you have a 250, like an F250 or something like that, this is probably the best tow vehicle you can buy. Also with a large van, 3.2 tonne, and the big V8 engine, it really handles it really well. So it's been a great investment for us. It's pretty basically set out. We haven't got a lot on it. We bought it already with a bull bar, spotlights, and a few, like a tow pack on it and that. We've just gone through and added a snorkel, a radio. We've also added on a secondary fuel filter, just because of things I've read and heard and spoke to people, that it's important to have nice clean fuel in these cars. So we put an extra fuel filter in there, a water separating type. So that's been a good thing, we think. All-terrain tyres, just a good robust, just Cooper Discovery all-terrain tyre, which just to alleviate punches and things like that, we think. And that's about all. It's a pretty basic setup. We haven't got things like slides in it and fridges and awnings and roof racks and spare extra tyres, and we've kept it pretty basic and pretty simple. We've tried to minimise what we carry here and do the majority of the weight carriage we're trying to do in the van. So it is pretty simple. Another thing we did add to it was we put in a Heyman Reese weight distribution hitch. Our caravan is without an Alco ESC system on it, so we just thought it was really important to get the heavy duty 350 kilo rated weight distribution hitch. We went that way because just with looking at it and talking to people, it was a better option. It spreads the load more evenly across the entire package than, say, airbags do, and we've found that it really does take the sag out of the vehicle. And after towing 500 k's back from the Gold Coast when we picked the van up, no sway, towed beautifully the whole time, so we're really happy with that, I think. In the back of the van, the only sort of things that we are carrying is my daughter's homework project at the moment, but we've got 2 boxes, and in one box is just tools, all the things, bits and pieces that we've needed along the way. Nothing major, just glue, silicone. We got some tape in there, duct tape, can't go without duct tape, spanners, socket sets, and just basic fix-it things that we might need along the way that we'll probably add to that, no doubt, as time goes on. This one here is just a bit of a fun box for the kids, bit of training gear for mum and dad, and we've got in there's some, footballs and soccer balls and things like that. So, and that's it. That's all we carry. There'll be a pram in there later on once baby number 3 comes along, and it really is. We've really tried to minimise the amount of weight that we have in the car. We've got a 190 litre fridge inside the van, so we don't think we're going to need a secondary Waco fridge. And most of our touring will probably just be day trips, no longer than a day. We'll always really come home to the van at night time, so we just think it's probably best to leave all the weight in the van and try and keep the truck itself as light as possible.
And it's a really nice car to drive.
Oh, it's a fantastic car to drive. Once you've ever driven a Land Cruiser, you'll wonder how you ever did without one. It's an absolute magic vehicle, and so far we've had it for 12 months nearly, and it's been faultless the entire time, and tows this thing absolutely beautifully. So
righto, let's go inside. Let's
go into the van, We'll do a bit of a run through on the inside.
Okay, here we are at the door into the van. It is a separating security door, so you can have it that way, or if you do it this way, then you've just got a nice screen door, so you've got plenty of airflow going into the van. Come on in, guys. Watch your step. Got a nice handrail here for older people, of course, or myself as I get bigger, to try and haul myself up into the van. But if you come on in, I'll give you a tour all the way through. Now, over here, is mine and Scott's boudoir. It's a queen size bed. It is shorter than most queen size beds, and we actually do notice it, and we're not very tall people. But you just have to sleep right up the end. We got a couple of extra things in here when we got the van built, like these fans. We got those put in. Plenty of lights. We both have a light either side of our bed, and heaps of storage. So there's Scott's little collection of clothing, and there's a little drawer down here as well, and some power points down there as well. More storage up here for our clothes, and we've got a smoke alarm there, and like I said, plenty of lights. There's so many lights in this van. That's my stuff over that side. Again, you've got the wardrobe and a little drawer down there, which is really long. It goes all the way back, so you can fit plenty of stuff, and you can't really see it, but if you come over here, there's little bedside table things where we just put our phones and remote controls and all that sort of stuff. If you just come around here, you can see we've got the swinging telly, which is good because when we're cooking we can let the girls watch TV, and then once the girls go to bed, Scott and I can watch TV while we're going to bed. And Scott rigged this up for me. It's my guitar. He just put these little screws in so that it doesn't go all over the place while we're driving around, and I wasn't going anywhere without that. And this is our Dyson that we have so that we can clean. It's just a little animal. It's excellent for caravans.
Do recommend.
Cleaning the car, everything. They're awesome. They charge up, they go for about 40 minutes. This is the fridge. It's a 190 litre gas due electricity. Does it run on solar as well?
It'll do 12 volt, but you need a pretty strong 12 volt system to run it.
So it's a fridge freezer, so there's plenty of room in there for your ice cream and your bread and a couple little ice trays and whatever else. We've got some fish and stuff in there.
190 litre it is.
Yep, and then you've got a couple of shelves in there. It's got these things that are meant to stop stuff rolling around while you're driving, but
a bit of a nuisance.
I think they're annoying, yep. And you've got a little drawer down there as well. More storage up here. Heaps of storage in these vans.
That's our rubbish box.
Yeah, that's our junk box. And this is more storage sort of down here. This is the hot water system.
It's a Swift gas 240 volt.
A Swift and electric as well. Yeah. And it can run on gas or electric. How many litres is it? 50?
No, it's about 27, I think. 27.
Okay. It's enough to do the kids, and then we let it heat up again, and then Scott and I both have a shower. You can let it heat up for 15 minutes and then you're good to go again. It's really quick. No one's waiting for a shower.
There's also a 12 volt water pump in there as well.
We have our air conditioner slash heater, which we have been using. It's been quite cool at night here in Gundawindi, so we do use the heater of an evening and of a morning so we can all get out of bed.
It's a new Dometic inverter series, and we've noticed it does a really good job, but it is a bit noisy.
It is a bit noisy. It goes through this cycle and it makes the whole van shake. But apparently it's the best one you can get, and it's also got lights on it as well.
And they did say that it's got a soft startup feature, so you can potentially run it on a 2 kVA generator, but that is, we don't know. We don't have a 2 kVA, so we can't confirm that.
We haven't tried. Coming along this way, we've got more storage up here. This is where Scott's got his stubby coolers, and sometimes he puts his rum up there. And this is a fancy schmancy microwave that also has a griller in the top of it as well. So if you're going to heat something up and then you want it nice and crispy on top, or if you just want to grill some cheese in there, you can totally do that without blowing the joint up. So that's nice and handy because, you know, it's 2-in-1. We added this, we got this coffee machine because we can't live without coffee.
No.
So we bought this and added it ourselves. Of course, it fits on there really nicely. When we drive around, it also fits in the sink. This is the big sink we were talking about a couple of videos ago. We have 2 kids and 1 on the way. We need to wash up all the time. So we...
the drain board is important though. Really
important. So we, you know, defrosting meat or whatever is just an added bonus. You got your little flick mixer there. We also added in a water filter as well, which goes on this side here. This little tap, because I'm pretty pedantic about the type of water that I drink. All the windows have got these little clip-up privacy covers in them, and then you can also just pull it down and there's a fly screen there, which is nice and handy, but not so great when the kids are playing with them because they break quite easily. It comes with a built-in sound system, and this is also a hands-free to talk on your phone as well. So you just hook in with Bluetooth via your phone, you can play whatever you want. There's a CD player in there, or you can hook an MP3 player if that's what you go with. This is our pantry. Scott's great idea to get a couple of these baskets, which was good. When we moved from the house to the van park, nothing moved around. We're probably carrying a lot of food at the moment. That's probably adding a little bit of weight, but because we're not going anywhere anytime soon, it's okay. And the kids are bottomless pits, so it's important to have a lot of food. This is our gas cooker, which I love. It's like my favourite thing. You got 3 gas burners and an electric burner there as well. So for instance, I did a slow cook thing the other day, started it off on the gas, and then I just sat it on the electric hot plate to keep it you know, going and not having an open flame all the time. If you've got a bit of a bigger cooking pot, like I've got a Crusader, this bit just pops off and you can just chuck it in the sink while you're cooking stuff. And then we've got a little grill here as well, which is also gas. We don't have a toaster, and we have a stovetop kettle, so this is where we do all our toasting. And then you've got your oven in here, which is a little beauty. I did cook Scott's birthday cake in here the other week and it came out amazing. It was really good. Might have been the cook, don't know about that. This is a little roll-out pantry. Got all your spices. We got our spuds and onions in there, and you've got the cereal there so Tilda can make her own breakfast. Then we can have a bit of a sleep in. Come on down. This is the kids' bedroom. This is where they sleep. So Tilda sleeps up the top. We added fans in there as well. She's also got a little LED light up the top there too. We got this ladder so she can get up. Penny sleeps in the middle, and when the next one comes along, they'll probably be sleeping with me for a bit, but they'll go in here. We've got storage tubs down here where we've got the baby's clothes and also some toys and things for the kids as well. Then up here we've just got some more storage where we've got towels mostly and the girls' birthday presents, kids' clothes, which is more than enough room. They're only little people. I kind of bought more stuff on the weekend, but you know, just cycle it through. Heaps of space. This is my laundry. If you want to come down, you go down in there, Scott, and have a look. That's my 3 kilo washing machine. It's a little ripper. You do have to balance it properly though, otherwise it won't work. Simple as that. How to balance is really easy. So we've found wash adult clothes with adult clothes and kids clothes with kids clothes. Also, after we moved around a few times, we've also noticed that the washing machine, even though it's mounted in there, it has moved and it's tipped the barrel out, and you just have to keep an eye on that. Make sure that your washing machine is nice and level. This is the bathroom and the throne room. I'll just turn the light on for you. In there, Penny's just used the toilet so it's nice and stinky. You've got heaps of storage up here. Like, we haven't even filled all these cupboards. We've got loo roll up there, my beauty accessories up there, more storage down here, and a proper little porcelain sink and a proper tap and a flip mixer there, which is awesome. Very comfortable. We added the towel racks and we also added the toilet roll holder as well, because that did not come standard. No, it does not. As you will find when you purchase a caravan, that nothing comes standard. Nothing comes standard. This is a little hook, we added that as well for the little towel there. And this is our shower. It's quite big, as you can see. With me and my ever-expanding stomach at the moment, I have got more than enough room in there. And with that little grate down the bottom there, it's just awesome. As long as you get the caravan nice and level with your levelling chocks and stuff, it does a great job. Both of the bathroom areas have built-in fans as well that either blow or suck. So when it's you know, really steamy, we just switch them on, gets rid of all of that. It's good because you can wash it out really easily. I cleaned this morning and it took me like 15 minutes to clean the whole van, which was a dream. I did get one of these little squeegee things so that I could scrape the excess water off the walls. Just helps it stay a bit cleaner for a bit longer. Both of those are glass doors. We don't intend on doing any off-road sort of thing, but not serious anyway. We have heard that they can smash, so fingers crossed. They've got little latches that hold them shut when you're in transit. And we do have a concertina door here. Ta-da! But it's quite see-through, so we're gonna see how long this one lasts. It's a bit toy. It's a bit flimsy. We will see how long it lasts because Penny loves to swing on it. That's our nearly 4-year-old. And once it goes, we'll get a more heavy duty one and put it in ourselves. More storage here, which I've just got my big cooking pot and that drawer and all my tea towels and everything. And there is all storage underneath this couch. I've got clothes, blankets, shoes. We've got pretty much all my non-pregnancy clothes in there. More clothes for the kids in there and heaps of stuff under the couch. So there's heaps of storage in this. This table actually comes off as well. If you're ever having a little party or whatever, you can just pull it up and take this part out, and then you've got more room in your van as well. There's a vent up here which has got a fly screen on it at the moment, and you can pull it across so that it's absolutely dark in here. And there's another light which didn't work for some reason.
It's not on at the main switch.
And more food, more storage. You probably don't need to keep as much food as what we have, but like I said, I'm feeding 2 kids and Scott, and they eat a lot of food. More storage here, which has just got our shoes in it.
Shoes, dreaded shoes.
Shoes, really important to colour your shoes down. And then this is where your main little switch is, and that's where we've hidden the iPad from the kids. Yeah. So this is where you can, you know, it's like your power station here, so you can... So you got
your 12-volt fuses here, which are just the press-in type if you ever do have a fault in the van, which is great. You don't have to replace fuses. We've got the battery management system. That's the solar controller at the top. And there's the 240-volt or gas operation for the Swift hot water system, and that there is just shows you your level on your water tanks.
I did forget to mention the storage under the bed. Also
the button for the 12-volt water pump is on there as well.
Yeah, which is important.
It is.
This is all storage under here as well. So if you lift it up, you can see there's bulk storage underneath the bed. That's where we keep the washing basket, all of Scott's fishing reels, the kids' helmets, the tripod for the camera, a couple of pairs of my boots, and there's your batteries
there.
120
amp hours.
So that is the inside of the van.
And there's also the fire extinguisher.
Oh yeah, fire extinguisher there in case I burn something really badly in the cooking process. But that's the inside of our van. It's beautiful. We got to custom pick all the colours, and the only thing that Scott doesn't like is the couch. Material with kids. I chose this because I think it's beautiful, and Scott hates it because he's terrified the kids are going to spill milk and stuff all over it.
I have Scotch guarded it, but I think its lifeline's going to be pretty short.
That's personal choice, but like I said, plenty of options.
It is comfortable though, I will say.
Yeah, and the people at Crusader who helped us, Kim, she was wonderful, and we got to look through all their vans and have a look at all different sort of colour combinations. And you don't have to have a stainless steel splashback if you don't want to. You can have, you know, whatever you want. But
it was a lot of fun getting to pick though. It was a lot of fun.
It's like building a little house, which it is. It's our house. So now Scott's going to show you the outside and all the bells and whistles that we've got there.
Beauty. So now we thought we'll take you through the outside of the van and show you a few of the features and just give you a good look at the outside of our Crusader Castle. It's a 22.6 foot van. Weighs in maximum weight that it can ever weigh is 3.2 tonnes. So it's fairly heavy, not as heavy as what some vans are, but it's heavy enough definitely, and you definitely know it's on the back when you're pulling it. So we'll just start over here. So this is our front tunnel boot section here. It goes right through and there's a hatch on both sides. I can fit heaps of stuff in there. I've got all of our chairs, I've got barbecues, tables, I've got the awning poles and the anti-flap kit that we have. Heaps of stuff, so much stuff in there, so it's really, really good. Here's our table. We've got our Ziggy barbecue, does a fantastic job. Awesome bit of gear that is.
That doesn't come with the van.
That doesn't come with the van, that's an extra. As I said, it goes onto a gas bayonet that's just down under here with a nice braided hose. So, and it has a little switch on it so you can turn the gas off at any time you want. So we're under our awning at the moment, nice big awning folded out, and as I said earlier, we've got an anti-flap kit on here, and we've also got the shade sides, and we also have ends as well for those, and that does a good job at a bit of privacy, keeps the sun out, and also helps hold it all down and together and keeps it nice and steady, so, and does a really good job. Here we've got our little light that comes on when you're coming home in the middle of the night. That's nice and dark, which is great.
It lights up the footwell there as well. It puts a blue light disco on in there.
Puts a little blue light on in there.
Can't really see it.
Just an easy, simple fold out little little step. Make sure you put that in when you're on the road, or you'll lose it. A little fold-out table there, just to put your cheese and wine on. Nice and simple. We've got a power outlet, and this is all here for the television. You can bring the TV out, and it can mount on just a table or something here. There's also a cigarette lighter plug there, and we've got a jack for the aerial, so you can put your TV on a table outside and watch the football. Here we have our hatch for the toilet cassette.
The throne.
So, the throne, yeah. It's very easy to operate, and it's a really good. It's been really easy to service so far as well. You just open that up, cassette slides out. It's like you're going to the airport. It's got wheels and a slide-out handle on it.
We might do a video on toilet care for you.
Fun day at the dump. So
yeah, really lovely.
That's been a nice little experience for myself. So we'll keep moving this way. The van's got the Alia panel sides on it. That was an extra that we chose. It's a style thing, I think, probably mainly an ease of cleaning. They do say that it does give you a little bit more hail resistance and impact resistance. It's a bit thicker and a bit stronger, but looks great. We're happy with it. It's been easy to clean so far. So across the back of the van, just towel rails, checker plates nice and high, and we got the triple arm rear bar. In the future, we're probably going to attach maybe a couple of water jerry holders or fuel jerry, and also a bike carrier for the girls' bikes.
Talk about the Safety Dave up there.
Safety Dave, yeah, that's awesome. That is a great bit of gear, and that was standard with the van. It got thrown in for us, and it's hooks up to a monitor in the car, which is constantly running. So even when you're driving down the highway, you've got full access to the rear view, which is fantastic.
And you can hear it.
When we come reversing in, and Lauren's giving me the old "no, stop, yeah, go, no, left, right," I can hear her inside the car, so it's worth its weight in gold. It's been fantastic. So that's about all for the back of the van. Stabilise the legs, nice strong stabiliser legs down here. Really easy to operate, just with you can get a battery drill and hook up a socket, so it's just a matter of hitting it and they drop, which would be awesome, which I'll probably do. But just got the old arm that rotates, and you just drop them down and just take the weight up, just to give the van nice stability when you're moving it, and it's not rocking and all that sort of stuff. So here we got the girls' 3 bunk windows. This is our sullage hose, which is too long for the job at the moment. We're going to have to probably get a short one just to drop straight in, but that's great. That all works really well. Hose here, it's the water variety hose. So it's not really meant for washing your car. Just keep that mainly wholly and solely for getting water into the van. Plugged in here, straight to there. We've got our 240 volt inlet, and that there is also, some van parks have really poor reception with the digital aerials on top of the van, so they have a cord that you plug and you can put the aerial straight in there for the television, so it's good to have that as well. A lot of vents on this side. Hang on, darling. A lot of vents on this side of the van, all for the appliances. So that's for your refrigerator. Here we've got the Swift gas. When it's running by gas, everything needs to be ventilated. So that's for the gas hot water system. Up the top there's another one for the fridge, I believe. And a few
just
other
to breathe.
bits and pieces, yeah.
That's where the water tanks are.
Water tank filling is right here. And there's 2 95-litre water tanks on that. So we haven't done any free camping yet, so we don't know what sort of mileage we're going to get out of our water, but that's probably going to be about as much as we can carry.
Look at Scott's fancy schmancy wheels. He had to have them.
Yeah, I got the larger wheels. I went for the all-terrain tyre just because they're a more robust tyre. We've only got one spare, which is mounted underneath. And I just thought that going to an all-terrain tyre, like on the car, just a stronger build construction, bigger, thicker tread, and hopefully we have fewer problems with those. So we've got our levelling chocks there as well. Leveled the van because it's slightly on a hill here where we are. So they're great for, those ones are designed for a dual axle van, so you can slide them in between and get it up there. Basic roller rocker suspension we have on this van. That was standard. We didn't go for the big dual independence, mainly keep the weight down, and because we've sort of gone in the direction of probably staying away from those really arduous, hard roads like the Gibb and things like that, we didn't really find a need for it. So yeah, they've got a bit of water dripping out here from the hot water system, so that's nothing to worry about. There's the other side to the tunnel boot. I could open it, but it's locked at the moment, but it's nothing really to see in there. You do have your solar, the battery charger in there, and there's also the breakaway system is in there as well, but all very easy to access and get to, and it's very well planned out. It's good. Front of the van, bit of the business end of the van. We've got the one-piece roof on these Crusaders now, which is, I think, a really great thing. Full composite roof, and it comes down into the checker plate front, and got our tower rails on the front again as well. 2 9-kilo bottles. I think for any family living in a van for an extended period of time, especially if you want a free camp and run your fridge on gas, you definitely need 9-kilo bottles. So we've got nice big bottles there. Got a bit of a cage put in here so we can put, you know, wood or something in there. I've got the hose in there at the moment and just stuff like that. We got the old stone deflector on the front just to try and keep everything off the front of the van when we're moving down the road. You know, if we run over roadkill or, you know, whatever it might be. Hopefully it hits that and it doesn't hit the van. So.
Imagine Skippy sprayed up the front of the van.
Yeah. Basic bore. We didn't get an extended A-frame or anything. We just kept it all pretty much standard. It's a nice 6-inch Gal chassis on this van though, which is nice and strong. And that's a 6-inch A-frame as well. So it's all super strong, quite heavy. And that's with this style of construction of van. A lot of the strength is in the chassis of this van, but it's yeah, as you can see, it's very well built. Standard 50mm ball. That's all we're ever going to need. Here's the connection points on here for putting on the weight distribution hitch. I'll probably go through a video one day of how to hook up to a van, and we'll show you how to use that distribution hitch, but that's a fantastic thing as well. We've got the breakaway, brake safe. If something happens and I ever don't connect to the truck properly, heaven forbid, touch wood, but that there will rip out the safety, comes straight out, rips out, and locks the brakes on the van and stops it from heading down a ravine. And you know, but let's say that never happens.
See, our house is smashed. That's not going to happen.
But that's pretty much a full walk around of the van. I have got it locked up. Make sure you always put a lock on it when you go away. These things are notorious for disappearing, so we try to, you know, keep the honest people, you know, keep them honest. But yeah, it's a fantastic van. So lived in it now, like we said, 3 weeks, and everything's running perfectly. It's been a joy and a pleasure to live in, and we're absolutely happy. We couldn't be happier with it. Yeah.
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
So that was a tour of our van. We hope you enjoyed it, and a tour of the car as well. A little brief description there of why we got what we got. And if you've got any questions, make sure you leave some comments down below. And you can follow us, of course, at our Facebook page, Fam in a Van, and on Instagram, Fam in a Van. And don't forget to subscribe and like our videos.
Yeah, that's well, hopefully we covered most of the important things. There's probably a few things that we didn't get to, and I'll probably think of that as soon as we've turned all this off. But yeah, if you have any questions, make sure you ask, and we'll definitely try and answer them. So.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Catch you guys.
Thank you very much.